Hey, thanks for putting up with my noodling. I'm Kimo Hussey, and one of the wonderful, wonderful things I get to do is to visit my good friend Sean to come and play ukuleles for you. Because we live in a time when it's tough to travel, and more often than not, it's very, very difficult for people who live outside of Hawaii to experience wonderful, wonderful ukes, especially the likes of which Sean has in his shop all the time. So one of the wonderful things I get to do is to come and visit and become acquainted with ukes like this. This is a tenor ukulele that was made by Peter Morelos. Did I pronounce that right, Sean? Moreros. Peter Moreros, who lives in California, and so I wasn't prepared to do this ukulele or to share it with you today, but I'm glad to do so. When I first looked at this ukulele, the first thing that came to mind, especially when Sean said that Peter lives in California, was California that came to mind, because I've spent a lot of time in California, and this ukulele just looks so like California, like to me. It's an incredibly wonderful, wonderful ukulele. So let's go over some things that I think may be of interest to you. First of all, let's take a look at design, basically looks. You see that the overall design is a very pleasing and comfortable design. But at the same time, I think you can see that the rosette, especially the shell that's in the rosette reflecting from it, is something that's very, very wonderful and artistic and very well done by Peter. And that goes the same for all around the body with regard to that shell and the reflection, and up in the fretboard area as well. The other thing about the design, if I just set this uke up, this is that you can see that it has a bevel, an armrest bevel on it, which has become very, very popular. On the side, you see that he has a side port with a design in it, and for me, the design reflects the floral design that's up on the headstock, and something that you cannot see is the floral design that's on the inside of the back of the ukulele, and it's wonderful. It looks like it's burnt in or lasered in, and I'm not too sure, Peter, what kind of flower that is, but I'm reminded of a wood rose when I look at that because of the color. Wonderful, wonderful design. Also, design-wise, the top is spruce, the sides and the back are Brazilian rosewood. While I've got this uke with the back facing you, notice that the finish on the neck is a little bit different. It's a smoother finish, more satiny finish, as opposed to a bright, shiny finish like the back. And the reason why I like that so much is that in the playing position and playing, it's very, very, the back is very, very smooth, which makes action very, very nice on this ukulele. And then anyway, from here coming back around to this side, you can see the beauty of that Brazilian rosewood. And there's this ukulele, actually, the back and sides is a shining example of why Brazilian rosewood has developed the reputation that it has, not only for beauty, but for sound. And we'll get to sound in just a second. Well, we'll get to sound right now. Listen to this as I play the individual strings. The sound on each string is very, very distinct. And as I play a chord in different chords, you you can hear that the blend is very, very strict and wonderful. Along with the sound comes action. One of the things about the looks is that you can see that Peter's work is very, very exacting and beautiful. And one of the things that follows suit with that is action. Because of his work, the action on this ukulele is very, very nice and doesn't require putting a death grip on the ukulele just to play it. And even up here or up here, action is very, very soft. Good work, Peter. Let's talk about sound of this ukulele. It's one of the things, the sound of this ukulele is one of the things that appeals to me personally the most, because I love a mellow sound as opposed to a brighter sound. And I love a lower pitched sound, the mellowness, as opposed to a higher pitch, like that. I played for you individual strings. Notice that the sound is a really nice and robust sound, and even the sound in the lower string, or the lowest string, is nice and clear, not muddy at all. Three of the top strings. Listen to the difference in sound when I add the bass string. So wonderful, it rounds out that sound. I can play here a high G tuning. Listen to the difference when I change that high G to a low G. And one of the things I love about this ukulele is the sound of it in the lower register. So let me see if I can play you something in the lower register. In fact, parts of this song, I'm going to play this note, and you can't get any lower than this note. There's that low note. And up here. And you see, when I play up here, we also get very, very clear sound. Peter, wonderful job. Aloha.